Starting off, I did want to say that I am now running the CWL YouTube channel. Now, as you can see, there's not been too much activity lately on the channel, but I am planning to put up 2 videos this week highlighting the best 10v10s from all of the 4 leagues. 1 video on Prem, Rising and Light, and 1 on Invite. So if you do want to go over there and watch those videos, feel free to do so. But for now, we are going to jump straight into the Rising coverage. Hope you enjoy the video, guys. Hey guys, how is it going? Jackadunga here, back again with a CWL video, and we do have the Rising recap quarterfinals. I'm bringing that straight to you right now. Starting off with Annihilate versus Hagar Metal here. You can see there was an upset here. We're going to start off with the biggest match of the week. Annihilate picking up the victory against HM here, 99 to 97. What's a 35v35 war? Slightly different to the usual breakdown, which is usually 30-30. I believe there were 5 Town Hall 11s each side as well. But a really shock victory. Now, this did come down to a few reasons. The main reason being that one of Hagar Metal's Town Hall 11s apparently fell asleep before that she could get her attacks in. So 2 Town Hall 11 swagged hits from Hagar Metal would mean that this would be a loss. If she had dipped the last 2 and gone perfect, that would have been a victory. You can see the percentage, quite a difference here. Annihilate, not quite as high as Hagar Metal, who were sitting at 93.3%, but just such an unlucky loss to Hagar Metal. You can see they picked up 6 10v10s, that's right, 6. As per usual, Hagar Metal on fire. 9v9 was at 59% in fact, and they did fail 1 dip unfortunately and did not actually manage to clear the 10v11s. So I actually have to give props to Annihilate here as we do go through their stats. 3 10v10s, which is actually pretty good out of 13 hits. Very decent hit rate from them. 50% at 9v9, good enough of course, but their dips, look at that, sitting perfect, 10 for 10, very nicely done to them. And a 10v11 sitting at 36%, you can see there, 5 for 14. Excellent performance from them, really good actually. But Hagar Metal, of course, probably would have took this one if it was for that Town Hall 11. Just really unfortunate circumstances, but don't take it away from Annihilate, of course. They did have a splendid war against any other clan. They probably would have beaten them, but of course Hagar Metal probably were one of the favourites to win the whole thing. Going to get knocked out here in surprise fashion. But we're actually going to take a look at Annihilate's 10v10, their best one against Eren here of Hagar Metal. A really nice Queen Charge Lalo. Of course, you did just see that 10v11 from Annihilate, picking up about a 63-64% 10v11 on their on Hagar Metal's number 2 base. But now Lamati's coming in here with a decent Queen Charge, hasn't deployed those wall breakers yet. Nice use of the Loon, of course. You do see those coming out to try and get one of those black air mines to pop that Loon so it doesn't pop the healer, and he does that nicely there. Healers are coming around here, going to use the King to funnel that Town Hall beefy structure, going to have it on there pretty early as it does tank for the wall breakers coming in behind, breaks open that wall compartment. But the King's just going to follow around, take out that mortar. Queen's going to head in here pivotally though to try and get this Queen as well as the Expo and a few Wizard Towers sitting in there. But here she comes. Not going to pop the ability. The Rage is going to be just enough actually to keep her alive as this Lava Hound Wizard Archer CC comes out of the clan castle. Going to be sitting on that for a while. He's going to take a Tesla, actually not taking down any air defences, which is pretty interesting, but has actually just taken so much of this base. Got all of those arch towers. You can see only 1 is left now, so a lot of value with that Queen Charge. And as you can see, the pathing is really good. Going straight into that Inferno Tower, only needs 1 haste to take that down. Takes down the Sweeper as well with that initial pack, but here come the rest of the Loons. There's 1 air defence sitting there. They're going straight into this Inferno Tower as well. That Sweeper is helping out here. Double Red Bomb takes down a lot of those Loons, but luckily there is 1 just to take down that Inferno Tower there. Got a cheeky little air defense here, still being tanked by a Lava Hound, which does pop And you can see, use the Queen ability. The Queen, we almost forgot about the Queen there, but she's going to help out there and take out the remaining defences. But just a really nice hit here from Lamati. And this will finish us up with the Annihilate recap. Of course, they did win 99-97. We will be seeing them 2 weeks from now. Nicely done to them. Now, we do have a match which I was definitely looking forward to this week. Both sides very, very good this season. We really wanted to see who would be the victor of this one. Reddit Hounds versus Predominance. Of course, Predominance did come off a really strong performance last week, picking up 4 10v10s. One of the most of that week. I think Hagar took 5, but really 4 10v10s and a rising breakdown is very, very good. And also they went 3 for 5 at 10v11 last week. So really wanted to see if they could take the favourites here. Reddit Hounds, who have been excellent this season, still undefeated and would remain undefeated this week. 86-84 victory for them. Predominance just couldn't mirror that performance they had last week. 10v10, they only picked up 1. Reddit Hounds picked up 3. A nice 10v11 performance from both sides here. 3 for 7, the same actually from both sides. 5 for 6 on dips, one side failing each dip, so not really too much of a difference there, but it was the 10v10 count from Reddit Hounds, which would mean that they were victorious here. 9v9 stats pretty similar as well, so yeah, really unfortunate here for Predominance, who are going to get knocked out, but Reddit Hounds just so strong. Definitely probably the favourites to run away and win the whole thing now, you've got to say, after Hagar got knocked out. But there are still lots of clans in the running, you never know, but if I had to pick, probably Reddit Hounds, they're just so strong. But here comes Ron Jeremy, who I think this is Piney, coming in here. I think this is Piney anyway, not exactly sure, but the Queen and King sort of charging into this mini compartment here. We sort of didn't talk about the entry, but you could see it right there. Got a really nice big chunk of this base as Queen does take out enemy. Queen has to hit that ability. 2 Teslas, Inferno and Queen, going to be a lot of stuff to deal with, so has to pop it there. Going to take down that Inferno Tower, of course, which is what he wants. Again, straight pathing to that Inferno Tower, really helpful for those loons. Going to take a hell of a lot of them towards there. As he does haste them in. Got a few more loons coming in. He's going to save 3 for that back end air defense, which will be taken out soon. A lot of popping Lava Hounds here. Still got that level 3-1 up. But Queen's going to take out that Wizard Tower. Of course, you don't want too much splash on those loons coming in towards the back end. Don't want them all to die. But we've got 3 loons here. There they go, hasted into that air defense. And as they all converge onto the cannon, that's going to be a surefire triple here from Piney. Really nicely done to him. Picking this one up. But that's not all from Piney. I've got to say, if I do see back-to-back triples and they're just both amazing hits, I'm just going to have to recap them. So a really nice 6-pack here going in on VNS, who did pick up a 10v10 last week, but was going to get 10v10 himself this week, coming in with a bit of a suey drag hit, a bit of a difference on this one, so like the variety Piney used here. But Queen's going to lock on that Town Hall. Of course, he's going for that sure 2-star, just kidding, of course, not going for sure 2 stars here. Queen's going to take out 2 of those air defences there. Yeah, King's coming around the outside. Queen's got nowhere to go apart from that compartment though. Drops a little wizard there, you know, and actually that wizard's going to help take down that Archer Tower, which I thought was nice. Yeah, there it goes. Going to take a few hit points off it anyway. Weird CC, 2 minions and the Archer and Golem come out the CC. Interesting stuff there, but of course, with Dragons, not really going to do much here against them. Actually wants to, the Golem sort of sticks in this compartment. Drops a early haste spell because he knows that he wants those loons to go into that air defense. He's got 4 of them to take down that initial air defense. Got a black air mine there. But here come the Dragons. I like the pattern he used. It's a really nice pattern. It's like it's a generic dragon attack. Flying dragons coming in, dropped in a nice pattern with the loons coming in here. You see the clan castle now. He's taken the loons here for these defenses in the core. He's actually got clan castle loons to take out that final air defense, which I thought was an interesting adjustment here. Dragons, a few of them going along the outside, but most pushing through this core, which is what he needs. Coming in towards this Tesla farm, popping up in the south. Got an Inferno Tower here, and here comes the hasted CC loons, as I did say earlier. Going to take out that air defense fairly easily here. But the Dragons still alive. You got 5 of them up, and only an Arch Tower and a Wizard Tower left. So this base is rip. A really nice hit here, and of course a very nice 6-pack for Ron Jeremy of Reddit Hounds. Really nicely done to him. And that will finish off this part of the recap. As I did say before, an 86-84 win for Reddit Hounds. We will definitely see them in the semi-finals. Really nice hit and really nice war. Great stuff, guys. Third match this week, we did have Coastal Clash versus Black Apple. Did anyone notice that Coastal Clash just sort of came out of nowhere? I was not really paying attention when Coastal Clash qualified for the playoffs, but I mean, they've won their first 2 matches, and I mean, they have been a surprise package this playoff round, and they have been Black Apple here, surprisingly, probably sitting at the underdogs, even though they did pick up that win against Secundum last week, 87 stars, that amazing victory they had. But did manage to just get 82 stars, but still pick up the W here. You can see the stats on the right. Failing 1 dip, Black Apple did go perfect on dip. Of course, Black Apple very strong on their dipping form. But Black Apple kicking themselves here. You can see their 10v11 stats weren't great. 1 for 12, which wasn't good enough here. 3 for 12 for Coastal Clash, so did do mediocrely, but was enough. Despite only picking up 1 10v10 as well, Black Apple did manage to pick up 2. It just wouldn't be enough though. Another splendid 9v9 performance from Coastal Clash though. 16 for 23, not quite getting to 19 and 22 I think it was. Maybe was it? No, maybe it was. I can't remember, but it was something like only 3 fails at Town Hall 9 across all of the attacks. But Alec here, you can see, coming in with a bit of a Queen charge. I think not Go Far, just Go Var maybe. But I sort of missed the entry. I know that Queen does go around this and actually picks up the Town Hall, which is quite interesting. I think that is the plan, but sort of covered a little bit fine here coming into this final end. Does still held on to that Rage spell. I thought this was a bit of an interesting 10v11 attack. Because probably people wouldn't have thought that he would have been able to pick up the Town Hall at this point, but still has that ability and still has that Rage spell. Going to be able to pick up the Town Hall and pick up around a 60% 10v11. So very nicely done by Alec on Manacle Mike here. Of course, their 10v11 performance was the main reason for their victory, despite only going 3 for 12, but a really, really nice hit here did secure the W. So nicely done to Alec. He does have 1 archer left down. I'm not exactly sure why what I'm dawdling about, but he does manage to find 1 more percentage point, which could have been the difference between a win and loss here. You can see 92.87% on the destruction to 92.7%, a very, very close affair on percentage. And of course that did matter in the end, because both sides did draw, so maybe that could have paid a little bit of dividends at the end of this one. Archer though, coming in here on Dr. Skills now. This has 10 wall breakers. I'm not sure what it is with Coastal Clash and Queen Walk Miners, but they seem to do it every single time and just pick up so many 10v10s. So Archer coming in here. I think it was Grundinator last week. Now this week we've got Archer, who's going to get a lot of value with this Queen Walk. Another Golem Loon CC coming out of the Clan Castle. Seems like the meta is defensively is shifting slightly. I see a lot of Golems now. I don't see hardly as many Lava Loons as I did before. Really, it seems to be changing very, very quickly. But here comes Archer with another wall break, going to break through the next compartment. Of course, no Queen Walk at Town Hall 10 is complete without about 20 wall breakers. So Archer going to be picking up that air defense. Of course, that doesn't probably matter as this isn't anything to do with air. But King is going to come in here. Now, a bit of an interesting entry he decides to come in through. He's going to push towards that first Inferno Tower as the Queen heads around here, picks up the Bomb Tower. We're going to start off from this 8 o'clock section here. The King's going to sort of funnel around that 10 to 12 o'clock section, but he's only got 24 miners. You see, he pops the ability on the Queen. Queen's actually done a nice job of actually making sure these miners path through that part of the base, going straight towards all those expos. Got to cope with 3 and lots of giant bombs going off everywhere, but of course has that heal to sort of negate the damage there. Finally, the air defense targets a few of those healers, but the Queen's not really got much to do now apart from take out a few cannons and arch towers. It's really these miners which are going to do the majority of the work here. That Inferno Tower is still left up, has a skeleton spell popping around that area, but of course no match for it's probably about 18 miners left up there. Does have a giant bomb popping up, but only actually manages to get one of those. I think maybe there's a giant bomb hiding there, but of course they do dig underneath it. So Archer picking up a nice 10v10 here. They're only 10v10, but that would be enough. An 82% victory for Coastal Clash. We'll be seeing them in the semi-finals. Nicely done to them. Now, last but by no means least, we do have Bangladesh, in fact, versus Elite Valor. Maybe I should say least, because actually this war was pretty disappointing, I'm not going to lie. Both sides not picking up a single 10v10, which was really interesting because both sides have been excellent this season. Bangladesh have had a really solid season. I think they only lost like 2 wars maybe. Elite Valor had a bit of a similar season actually. They both were very high up in the quarterfinals lists anyway. I think both sides would have got to the quarterfinals anyway, based on their performances in the regular season. But Bangladesh would squeeze out a victory here against Elite Valor, 83-82. 10v11 stats were very good actually. Bangladesh sitting at 3 for 5, whilst Elite Valor sat at 3 for 8. So both really good stats actually. Of course, 10v10 we have seen there were none at all. Despite having about 25 attempts altogether, there were no 10v10s. 9v9, maybe a little worse for wear. Elite Valor 15 for 31, that's not too great. 17 for 29, pretty good actually. Pretty decent. Dips, probably Elite Valor could have probably snatched it maybe if they'd got a 10v10 and an 11v10. You can see they did fail one dip. Really was the difference actually between these two sides in the end. 6 for 6, Bangladesh going perfect. But actually we're starting off here with Sang against Cal. Now I thought this was a really interesting 10v11 raid. I know we saw Alex's before, but I thought this was really good. It took a lot of loons. I've been noticing actually there has been a lot of loons recently. People using it at 10v11 especially. Seem to be making quite a bit of a comeback. But as the king and the queen do come in here, the queen's going to actually hit over the wall and get this town hall. He's going to have to hit that ability early because he doesn't want her to die. We're going to have her come in here, going to have her take out maybe nothing actually, because Tezza's going to take her out, but the wizard's going to have to do enough to take out that army camp. Actually, another wizard's going to do enough to take out barracks. So this is going to be a pretty decent 57% 2-star from Sang, who did pick up a 4-pack, so nicely done to him. And last but by no means least, I've said that too many times, but we're coming in here with the last attack of this recap. Jubaya Shibli versus King Azrael. This is a 9v9 because of course there weren't any 10v10s to show, but I thought this was pretty interesting. Of course, my favourite thing, baby dragons, being used here, so I thought we'd include this one. Bit of an interesting attack actually, like a stoned baby loon attack. Really interesting actually, but he's going to actually start off with this Tesla farm, which he's going to use a jump spell to access the Wizard Tower Expo Arch Tower compartment. Queen, bowlers, hasn't deployed king yet. Maybe he's... Oh, there he comes. There comes the king. Maybe a bit late there, but he's going to join the rabble soon. Got that witch, which caused a little bit of problems there. Didn't quite get in the poison early enough, but going to have these bowlers push through. Of course, all 3 being alive, all 5 in fact being alive, is going to help out here. King's going to hit enemy queen. Bomb tower goes off. But he's got so much of this base already. He's got the back end stuff to do now. Has to deal with Wizard Tower, 2 Archer Towers. Expo's going to go down, luckily. Has a few bowler bounces as well towards that Archer Tower. So that is at very, very low health. He's literally just going to use these final baby dragons and these balloons to take out the remaining defences. Now, I don't know why. I'm just looking at this now. Why is my recording going weird? Well, anyway, you got the loons coming in here. You can sort of see what's going on. Sure why it went weird then. It seems to be normal now. Interesting. But the loons are going to take out these final defences. Going to be a triple nonetheless. Nicely done to Bangladesh coming in here with the W. Nicely done here. Pretty nice 9v9 as well, got to admit that. And the 9v9 was a bit better than Elite Valor, so let's highlight that. But that's a W. Nicely done to them. You can see the semi-finals in the top right corner next week, or 2 weeks away because there is a bye week. We have Red Hounds versus Coastal Clash and Annihilate versus Bangladesh, so that should be a good one. But for now, we'll expand that for you so you can see it. Those are the semi-finals there. just to confirm, Reddit Hounds versus Coastal Crash, and Annihilate versus Bangladesh. But for now, I will leave you there. If you are interested, I am actually doing the CWL channel stuff now, and I will be publishing 2 videos of those. Not sure when, maybe one today, maybe one in a couple of days, but definitely this week we'll have some nice recaps to show you. But for now, I will leave you here. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more similar content, and I do hope to see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys.